How do?
How do, Sam?
Tony Morell. It's been a while this, but you know what? This is what I like doing. So before we get going, Tony, a lot of overseas viewers, tell them what a Scouser is.
Scousers, you know, where do I start? Just good people, mate. Just
No, what is a Scouser though?
What is a Scouser?
Yeah.
Cheeky.
City.
Yeah, it's a great city, mate. It's like I live just outside Liverpool. I live in Runcorn, but you know, I was born in Liverpool and that. But yeah, just cheeky, chirpy people, mate. We just, you know, we're down to earth. You know, I think we get a bit of a bad what's the name, you know, from a lot of people. But
Bad reputation.
yeah, of course we do, but we're not.
There's been scallies.
Yeah, everyone's scallywags and whatever, but I just think in general, you know, we're good people. You get scallywags in every walk of life.
Good and bad people everywhere, don't you, mate?
Of course you do, mate, yeah.
Where's the term Scouser come from? Out of interest for me.
Do you know what, Sam, I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you the exact term.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, a name that comes from which city or you know, where you're from and whatever. I couldn't tell you exactly where it comes from, if I'm honest.
Good honest answer. Right, Tony. Wherever you want to start, mate.
I mean,
Do you want to talk about your childhood? As always, you could, if there's something that, you know,
yeah,
want to talk about, or...
So yeah, I was born in Liverpool, 3rd of January 1980. Even though,
child.
yeah, even though I look like I've had a paper round on the East Lancs. That's a big long motorway if anyone doesn't know what the
East Lancs is. It's a big long road.
Yeah, so not motorway, sorry, it's a...
hard life.
Yeah, no, but you know, it's one of them. Because I grew up, moved to Runcorn. Grew up in Runcorn all my life. I've got a couple of brothers, Stephen and Martin, and
You're the oldest, youngest?
I'm the eldest, yeah. I think our Martin's 36, our Stephen's 33, I think he is, yeah. I think there's 10 years between us, or 6. Do you know what? I think our Stephen's 36 as well, fucking hell. Yeah, we grew up on a council estate. You know, like many others, good times, good people, a lot of good people about, you know what I mean? You know, times, you know, a little bit tough in the 80s growing up.
Are they happy memories, or...?
Do you know what? Yeah and no. You know, like a lot of people in the 80s and stuff like that, you know, I wouldn't say struggled work-wise, you know, it was hard, you know, people to get full-time work. And
listen, let me tell you, so 1983, yeah, I had 2 houses, me. I was 21 years old, 2 mortgages. By 1985, been through bankruptcy, both been repossessed, high interest rates, like I said, job market were tough.
Yeah. It's mad because, like I say, growing up on a council estate, you'd have, you know, a lot of people, you know, the families would be, some people would be working, and you could have a bike, or you'd have, you know, a footy kit or whatever, and that's always, you know, we'd always go and be playing footy, fucking climbing trees, making fucking dens and all that and stuff, you know, like just a normal kid, you know what I mean?
Was it, right, so I was brought up pretty much council estate or whatever. Yeah. Community spirit.
Oh yeah. Even now, I'm not just saying Runcorn, in every city, in every town, you know, there is a good community spirit. Don't get me wrong, you get a few wrong ones and all that, and you get them everywhere, but even I learned from an early age, you know, so if someone was sick, or, you know, people used to leave the doors open, do you know what I mean?
They did.
And you could just go in, and the mum or the nan would make you a butty, or get yourself a bag of crisps, or get yourself a, you know, a choc ice or something out the fucking fridge, or out the freezer or whatever. But like you say, community spirit was massive. Especially, I grew up on, I was in the Brower first. That was like the Calvers.
What's that?
It's an estate. It's not far from here, where we are now. And I was only young, but like we lived with like my nan, my mum, and my aunties and uncles. So it was like,
No, I was same.
yeah, there was fucking like about 7 of us in the and I was like the young. I think I was the first grandchild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we moved from there to Southgate, which is like, it was a big. I think a lot of people moved from Liverpool, like an overspill. Runcorn's like an overspill from Liverpool. So people from like Huyton, Speke, Halewood, because they had like, I think it's they started building on Southgate, and it was all like 3 levels, like level A, level B, level C, and there was Legoland, and Legoland was called Legoland because of all the coloured buildings. They look like pieces of Lego.
Yeah, so it weren't actually.
Yeah, and on there again, it was like everyone knew everyone. You know, even if you say, for instance, you were fucking about or whatever, I'll tell your fucking mum, you'd shit yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
You'd shit yourself because you think, oh, if I get home and she's told that I've fucking been booting a footy at their car or something, or...
Yeah, it makes me smile that, because that's, even though we're sort of a generation apart, they're the things, you know.
Yeah, that you remember, innit?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
telling your ma or your nan. If you told me nan, then I knew I were in trouble.
Yeah.
School. What about school? Did you like school?
Do you know what? I did like school, you know. I went to Halton Lodge. I lived on Southgate, and I remember I used to fucking. At first, my mum would take me, and then I started going on my own. And from Southgate to Halton Lodge, anyone in the Runcorn area, it's a bit of a fucking trek, like.
Yeah.
And I would remember being about 6 or 7, going to school on my own, on my chat.
Yeah, again, which you did.
And I went to Halton Lodge. I made a lot of friends, and still friends with them today. Do you know what I mean? Still keep in touch with them through social media and that. And and then when we got to like the juniors and stuff, we were in Halton Lodge Junior School. Everyone was going to a different secondary school to me, because I was moving to Brookvale. So I went to Brookvale Comp, where they were all going to Grange and all that. Later on, we'd all play football. I play for Brookvale and they'd play for the Grange and stuff, or St Chad's and stuff like that. And it was good to see your old schoolmates from like the juniors and stuff. And school was good. Bit of a joker, bit of a class clown.
Did you attend school?
I did attend school. To be honest, I didn't mind going, if I'm going to be honest. To be honest, I like just fucking going to school and seeing and fucking probably getting away from home, if I'm honest. My ma was fucking drinking and all that, and
alcoholic.
Yeah. I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm not, you know what I mean. I'm not fucking, I'm an honest person. People know my situation growing up.
Can you remember ever not being alcoholic?
Yeah, I mean, there's times when, she wouldn't, like a normal mum, you'd come home from school and she'd be fucking making the tea or something. Like sometimes I'd come home and I couldn't even get in the fucking house, do you know what I mean? And I'd be like, oh, fuck's sake. I've just done my walk, which was far there, and it'd feel longer walking back. And then I'd have to go to the pub, which was like just through the estate into the shopping precinct where, it was a pub called the Straw Hat, and it was
Would she be in there?
She'd be in there every day, mate. She used to work behind the bar and that, or whatever. And then when she wasn't working, she'd be fucking in there on the ale and that. And I'd be like, and it just become a fucking what's the name in the end. And I was like, fucking hell. And I think when I was old enough to have a key in that, to let myself in the house. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck then, to be honest. I'd just go in.
Did you look after your brothers, like?
Yeah, our Stephen and Martin. Yeah, our Stephen, like I say, 6 years difference. Obviously, when he was, we got a little bit older and that, I was looking after him then. I wasn't looking after him when he was a baby and stuff like that, but when he got to a fucking age where I could look after him, say I was like 11, 12. But even at that age, I was thinking, fuck me, you know what I mean? If anything ever happened or whatever, it's going to be...
Then, were you sort of embarrassed?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Parents' evening, fucking, she just wouldn't turn up. And I'd be like, my teachers and that, I'd be there and I'd see all my mates with the mums and dads, and my fucking ma wouldn't turn up. Or I think she turned up to one and she fucking stunk of ale, mate. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then, you know, and some of it, you know, I wasn't great in all lessons, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I was a fucking brain box or whatever. I wasn't a naughty kid, you know what I mean? I was a mischievous kid, a joker.
Yeah.
Fuck about in class, you know, and I wasn't a bad kid. And some of the teachers used to speak pretty highly of me, or you know, would help other people if I could or whatever. I thought when my mum wouldn't turn up for the fucking parents' evening, it hurt me. And then as we got a little bit older, you go into secondary school. I'd go down to my mates' mum and dad's houses, and you see them as a family. You think to yourself, fuck me.
These what people, you know, so Tony, that's my dad, he's still around somewhere, never in my life.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, things that were embarrassing, like exactly the same, you know. Now, I'm embarrassed that I was embarrassed then.
Yeah.
But, you know, when people are talking about the dads or family stuff and that.
When you're younger though, Sam,
It hurts, doesn't it?
It does, it hurts. And now, I'm like you, I think to myself, them times when I used to be embarrassed and I used to be upset, it's made me the person I am today. I'm stronger now, where I try and, if I see people in a situation that I was in, I try and help them and try and, you know, not tell them my story, but look, you know, it can only get better. You'll make it get better or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So, as you got into your teens then, being an 80s child, raves, ecstasy, tabs.
Yeah. I mean, so as we got leaving school and stuff like that.
We were looking for something away from home.
Oh yeah. Do you know what, Sam? I was playing football. I played football at a decent level. I was selected or whatever to go and represent my district. So all the schools in Runcorn, in Halton district we was.
Yep.
So all the schools in Halton had to go for trials. So the school would nominate like 6 of us from our school. I was one of them, lucky enough. All from other schools, Norton Priory, St Chad's, Bridgewater. Fucking went some unbelievable players, and I was thinking to myself, fuck man, there's no chance. And when you get your name read out that you've been picked for the next 2 years to go and represent Halton district, I was over the moon. I was fucking like so proud, you know what I mean?
Again, dad's, mum's there supporting the kids.
Me mum, she had a fella. He wasn't my dad. He was like a stepdad or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Yep.
But then again, it was never like, it was the ale for them, do you know what I mean? And you know, and whatever, but I was fucking made up that I'd been selected to go and represent my district, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When majority of the lads who were there were all at clubs like Everton, Liverpool, Crewe.
Was it like a county side then?
It was the one below the county side, so the county side would be like, you know, in the northwest and whatever.
Yeah.
And I wasn't what's it? A couple of our lads who represented us went and played for the county, the likes of Kenny Lunt, Colin Webster. I'm sure there was another, I can't remember who else there was, but they were mustard players.
Do you have ambitions to be a footballer? Is that like a dream?
That's what I wanted to do. I always used to say to my mum, she'd come in pissed and that, I'm gonna buy us a house and get you out of this shit. I always used to say it like, and I just used to think, fucking hell, I wanted to get out of this fucking shithole, do you know what I mean? And that's how it felt. Not Runcorn, but the situation we were in.
Yeah.
It was like, I just didn't see no way out, and I thought, I can fucking do this. I'm gonna fucking get my ma out of this. I'm gonna go and buy her a fucking house. I'm fucking like, you know what I mean? She doesn't have to worry about us, and I put fucking food in the cupboards and all that. And then I thought to myself, I just need that opportunity. And when I got that opportunity with the district and that, I thought, oh, there's my fucking break here. I wasn't in the starting 11. I was a squad player. But when I fucking played, I give everything. I fucking give everything, like, you know what I mean? I'm there, I'm all in or nothing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
if I say I'm gonna fucking, that's my teammates, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We win together, you lose together, you stick together, you know what I mean? It's like in life in general, if I'm gonna, if I say I'm in, or, you know, I'm gonna back you up. Loyal, yeah. Not backing you up in like fighting ways, do you know what I mean? Back you up, I've got your back. Tell me your situation, and I'll help you. If you don't tell me and you know, don't fucking feed me to the wolves and don't make myself look like a dickhead, but I'm loyal. I'd like to think that's the best what's in about me.
Where did that come from then? Because no, like me, my nan and my mum, you know, it were all about manners, respecting people, respecting elders, you know, helping people if you could.
Yeah, I think the community, you know, like from a community, like say community spirit and stuff. I think that's where it come from. Learning, you know, to always, you have manners, please, thank you. You know, have respect for your elders and stuff like that. And I like to think I've took that on in life, and I still use it to this day. Do you know what I mean? I say it to my kids as well. You know, speak to people how you expect to be spoken to, and you know, it's a life skill. Do you know what I mean?
Treat them how you expect to be treated.
I say it all.
That is my sort of
motto.
mantra. Yeah, it is.
But yeah, going back to like loyalty and all that, you know, I say to people, you can have all the fucking money in the world,
yep,
or loyalty. Loyalty wins for me all day long. I don't give a shit, you know, how much money you've got. I don't care what club you've got on. Loyalty means more to me than whatever, you know. That's just an example. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I got trials for Paul Fail, going back to the football, and I thought, wow, my deputy head teacher used to take me.
How old were you then?
I was 15, I think it was, and my deputy head come and told me, Mr. Brown, what a fucking... He was a teacher who believed in me. He didn't know my situation.
Yeah.
You know, you sort of keep things from...
Of course you do.
Because you don't want to go into school and all that. And the school, when I was getting into trouble, you know, say you're fighting or you've fucking done something stupid or whatever, they used to, like a lady and gentleman, my stepmom and dad, Jackie Hill and Tommy Hill, came into my life, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who were they?
So we lived on an estate called Brookvale, and again, there was a local pub by us called the Dre, and they were like the pub footy team on a Sunday. So on a Sunday I'd have me football kit on, because I'd be playing Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Fucking 9:30 in the morning, could be pissing down like this. I'd go up to the local, like the playing fields, I'd help them set the nets up. All the fellas, you know, from the pub and all that. I just was out the house all the time. Didn't want to be in the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then...
Did you worry about your brothers? Can you remember them?
Yeah.
Or you're just trying a bit of self-preservation?
At times, I did worry. As I got older, I did start to worry.
Yeah.
But then when self-preservation. I might have been a little bit fucking selfish, not fucking...
It's not selfish.
Do you know what I mean?
People call it selfish, like you have yourself. However, you just do what you need to do, don't you?
I just think because from an early age, it was like... It was put on me, like, you know what I mean? There's your brothers and you've got to, you know... And as I got to that age to it, I was going up the playing field. It was like me fucking... I wanted to do what I wanted to do, playing football and I'm fucking... So anyway, Tommy was like the manager of the team and he was an Evertonian and I'm an Evertonian and all that. And
that's an Everton fan. For the people who might not know.
Yeah, and he just... I looked at him as a father figure, even though like... And he was fucking brilliant, mate. He just... What he done for me, like, you know, he said to me, do you want to come to ours for your roast dinner? I was like, fucking what? You need to go home and tell your mum. I couldn't
really?
You know, just...
Yeah.
So I fucking ran all the way home, and I mean, ran. I am going to, what's the name, Tommy Hills and Jackie Hills for me dinner. Whether they fucking listened or not, you know what I mean? Cause,
yeah.
And from then onwards, it was just like, I was part of a family, I felt. Do you know what I mean? The love they showed me and all that, and fucking, like, it was just normal life, do you know what I mean?
Well, exactly, it's normal, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'd never had that, because it was like my life was like, is this normal, drinking and fucking... And my Mars fucking fella, he give it a crack and all that, and And because we were fucking scared. But then I was like, I wasn't physically strong enough to do nothing about it.
Yeah.
I was a skinny kid, you know what I mean? I mean, fucking, you know, now as you can see, I've put a bit of beef on and that, like a bit of scouse and that, you know what I mean? So, scouse is stew, if anyone.
Yeah, stew. You put mashed potato in it or something?
You do, mate, yeah. You do.
I like, I'm a stew guy anyway, I brought up like that, but I like the idea of fattening it up with mashed potato.
Bit of brown sauce and crusty cob and meat, so, but yeah, they welcomed me, and like, I say my big brother and sister, Jack, Kelly and Andy, that was their mum and dad, and then I'm coming into there now, they accepted me as well. They fucking, like even now, we speak all the time, and if it wasn't for them, I maybe could have led a different path.
Prison? Do you reckon they were like sort of...
yeah, they guided me like fucking unbelievably, you know what I mean? It was like, I'm not saying, because I was doing stuff on my own and, you know, I didn't have that, listen, you're making it wrong. As an adult, you guide your kids, or, you know what I mean? And they guided me down the right path. I was going to school. I did go to school. I didn't like, you know, where if my mum was on the, you know, was on the piss or whatever, I could have just fucking been doing what I wanted.
Did your brothers go to school?
Yeah, our Martin went to Norton Priory. Our Stephen went to Brookie for a bit. Our Stephen was a bit fucking wayward, you know what I mean? Me and our Stephen didn't really get on. You know, he was just he was my brother. You know what I mean? I'd do anything for him. Unfortunately, today, we don't speak. But these things happen, and look, I'm not here to slag him off or whatever.
No, we
just didn't. I was just sick of fucking fighting battles for him, and I'd do it. I'd run through a brick wall for me any of my family or any of my friends. I really would. But I just got to a point where I'd had enough of fucking the carry on this shit. That was.
Well, you can only do so much.
Yeah, and
you can only do your bit.
And Sam had the conversation, was like, listen, you can't carry on doing what you're doing, and it was just going in this ear and out the other ear, and as I got a little bit older, I'd be out at places, and I run call to a small place and go, you know, we're going to give you a fucking kid, but he's your brother, and I'm like, oh, you know, this and that, and in the end, I just seen my ass. I just thought, I'm out with my missus, and I've got people saying to me this, that, and the other, and then in the end, I just thought, you know what, I just lost it a little bit, and you know, as things, you know, you fall out and stuff. But
yeah, of course you do. Sometimes you just have to draw a line under things, you know. In time, sometimes, you know, then people come back or whatever. However,
listen, I've spoke to him before, and so we said to him, look, my fucking door, you know where I live, my door's open, my phone is on 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, you just fucking ring me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You haven't got my number. Everyone's got my number. It's on me posters, that, you know, and stuff. And
do you think the childhood, you know, that you had,
I think so.
I don't mean led him down that road, but we're a product of a childhood. You found someone, and you found something you liked, didn't you? Your football, put your effort into that.
Well, that's, I think you're totally right, Sam. I think our childhood was probably got a big part to play why our Stephen was the way he was, and I don't want to come across like I'm slagging him to fuck or whatever, but you know, we all make mistakes in life. I make mistakes myself. I don't want to come across I'm making myself out to be perfect, because I'm fucking not, mate. You know what I mean? But what you say there definitely played a big part. And I had that, what's the name of Jackie and Tommy's, where they only lived 2 closes away from me.
Yeah.
That was my fucking getaway. That was my normality. Then I go back to my ma's, and it was a fucking like, I don't fucking need this shit, you know what I mean? And then I think I got to 15, 16, and that soft bastard, my ma's fella, screamed at our kid just for fucking no reason. And I just was like, who the fuck are you talking to? And then I was like, I'd never had that in me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was always scared of them. You know, when he'd been giving me ma a crack and that, and I was thinking, I was scared. And I'd always said,
grips?
no, I didn't put it on him or not, and I just said to him, don't ever fucking speak to them like that and whatever. And then, not that he, you know what I mean, because he was bigger than me, and he was a bit more, you know, he's built bigger than me, and then I just got all my gear, got all my clothes, sports bag, fucking quick save bag or whatever the fucking hell it was, filled them with clothes, and I never ever went back, mate. I was 16, I just fucking went out the house and never went back. That was it.
Did you have girlfriends? Were you drinking yourself? You know, you were in 90s now. It's like party time, raves.
Yeah. So as I got to 16, I just started going out. We started going to a club over up over the water in Birkenhead. It was a club that, you know, all the older lads who we used to hang around with, our mates' brothers and stuff, they were all going. Yep. And we'd always say, you know, would we get in and all that? And then we'd start going to Drome. You know, you drink.
Did that distract from your football?
Yeah, I stopped fucking playing. And going back to the football, Paul Fail asked me to go back.
Yep.
I was offered to go back, and I broke a bone in my hand going in for the tackle. I don't know how you break a bone in your hand, but... And then obviously, you know, after time, you just obviously didn't ask us to go back. And then, as you do, as you get older, you're going out, drinking.
Yep.
You know, you start fucking having a go at fucking...
Well, you see other things, don't you?
Yeah, and as you get to that age, so we'd go to Drome and all that, and, you know, I remember fucking one of the lads saying, do you want half of one of these? And I was like, fucking yeah. And at 16, I think it was 1995, 96, I think it was. And I remember, fuck me, mate, I didn't know what... I'd never had anything like that.
Taking ecstasy?
Yeah, tablets, yeah.
When it was?
And it was fucking hell, mate, I didn't know what... I was on cloud fucking cuckoo hands, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mad
feeling, you don't know... And then we started going every week then. Even though it was like a good 20 odd mile away.
Yep.
None of us were driving at the time as well, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
One of the lads passed his test, and me and my mate Walshy, we were there. Me and my mate Walshy and Robbo could drive. And we'd be like that, we're in your car next week, no one, you know what I mean? There'd be another 2 spaces in the back, but we'd always like... And we were going for months and months. And then the Drome closed down and that then. It was fucking... Met some great people there who we're still friends with today, you know what I mean? From over the water, from Aylwood, from Toxteth, from Kensington, all over Liverpool. And, you know, it's mad how you met them there and you see them today, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then started going to the 051 in Liverpool. A pretty iconic nightclub.
Is it still going?
It's not, but Lee Butler's trying to do a reunion. He's trying to refurbish it all on August the 5th. So I've obviously fucking tried to get tickets for that, you know, because that's where I met me missus.
Childhood memories and that?
Oh, massively. But that's where I met me missus, Lynn, who I'm still with today. 25 years on.
She met in a nightclub?
Met in a nightclub, mate, yeah.
You're the second person I've ever met who met a missus in a nightclub and like... Because it don't usually happen, does it, like that?
No, and you know what? This is funny, I've never... A few people know this, but I remember, like, we'd clocked each other and all that, and we'd been to a party the week before, and we were in a party in Highton. Everyone used to go back to a house party after the club and that. And we clocked each other and all that, and then the following week, someone had said something about Lynn and Morel. So everyone calls me Morel, not Tony, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she thought I was Spanish. She went, oh, this Spanish lad, Morel. Apparently my name's Italian. I don't know fucking who that is, but...
Yeah, it does sound Italian,
yeah.
Spanish.
But, and I remember being in there and so can I get you a drink and all that? And I remember, this is a fucking cheesy chat up line, this, can I take you home and put you on my shelf? I said to her...
Put you on my shelf?
Take you home and put you on my shelf. I don't know why I said it. Anyway, she bit, and 25 years on, maybe are. So, it was, like I say, it was all fucking from there, and we've never looked back, to be honest. Big massive part of my life, but my missus' life, you know.
Yeah. How old were you when you had your first child then? So,
I met Lynn, and she already had a child, Sam. He was 1.5.
Was she a bit older than you?
Yeah, I'm a
Voice of experience then.
toy boy, that's what yeah, she's 3 years older than me, Lynn. And yeah, she had Sam. So our Sam now is 26. So I brought our Sam up as my own.
Yep.
And then we had our Olivia in 2002. We lived in Liverpool. I moved from Runcorn.
Yep.
I moved up to Liverpool, lived in Huyton for a bit, and then moved to Norris Green. I had a good times there. It was really, good people and that. A lot of areas in Liverpool got a bit of bad stick and that, but there was some fucking really good people. Like you say again, community spirit, and stuff like that.
Yep.
There's loads to carry on that goes on everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Has Liverpool got a high unemployment rate?
I think.
What I'm getting at, right, is a lot of deprived areas, like there's not a lot of employment or whatever, and kids sort of just end up on streets, no purpose or whatever.
I don't think it's just Liverpool, Sam. I think...
No, I know it, but it is a big city, isn't it?
It's a massive city, of course, yeah. There is... This is why, like, obviously, the Tories not well, there's a lot of stuff that could have been done by the government to help, not just Liverpool, but obviously you're documenting Liverpool.
Yep.
The government could have done a lot more to help cities like Liverpool, like Manchester, say where there is deprived areas where they could put money into housing or employment. I just think in Liverpool, it's well documented that there is a high unemployment rate.
Is there a high, I don't know figures wide, nationwide, a high crime rate as well?
Yeah, I would say there is, but it's a big city. It's not like crime goes on everywhere, from fucking petty crime to serious crime.
Yeah,
but
kids killing each other and that.
It's
we know
crazy.
what's happening in London.
It's
deaths every day.
It's out of control. It's out of control. Knife crime, gun crime, gang fucking whatever that goes on. It's a sad state of, and this is where the government should step up and go, look, anyone caught with a knife, put a fucking, make examples of people who carry knives and use knives and guns and whatever. Make an example of them.
I think sadly, because prisons are full, police force is on its arse, it's laughing stock, these Met police officers getting outed every day.
Corruption and all that shit, and that's why I think a lot of people don't trust the police. Don't get me wrong, there's police, some police are fucking, like I spoke to you earlier on.
Yeah, you come across people who are really good,
and they do the job correctly.
Yeah.
They do the job right.
Yeah.
But there's some who, whatever it is, and like you say, this is why people doubt the police, because the corruption, and there's other fucking things.
If you can't trust people,
you're
seeing it every day in the news and media or whatever, then
why are people going to put their faith and trust
you're not going to,
in the local police service? If there's corruption or there's deceit or whatever it is, they're going to say, fuck that, I'm not trusting them.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, like I say, it's one of them, mate.
So, you met your missus and lived happily ever after?
Oh yeah, we've had fucking, it's not all fucking airs and graces. Do you know what? We've had our ups and downs. I mean, like, I've always worked, Sam. Always worked. I've always I
think that is a big part of everything.
Yeah,
I honestly do. I know people who've never worked, and if you're not working and you want things, I think in life we desire things, don't we? But like you said, you're not materialistic or whatever, friends, loyalty and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, however, just getting up and going to work every day, filling your time, having a bit of purpose or something.
Well, it's going back to like Jackie Hill and Tommy Hill and Kelly and Andy and stuff like that. They taught me that. Where if I was still at home and, this is the life, just going to the pub or fucking drinking and stuff like that, if you wanted clothes or you've got to go out to earn it, or you wanted to go on holidays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I always say this to my kids, and I always say this to our Sam, and I say to Olivia, if you fucking want something, you fucking go and earn it. You've got to do a couple of extra hours to get that. It's not handed to you on a plate. Do you know what I mean? And I've always stuck by that. So I've always worked, like I say. I've worked with some great people. You know, I've you know, in Liverpool and here. And when I was in Liverpool, I worked with a great gang of lads. It was all Everton, Liverpool. It was the football again, and that was half of the battle. You go to it as long as you've done your job and you've done it right. The gaffer and that big John Wood, what a fella. The big fella we used to call him. He had hands like
shovels.
Yeah. And do you know what? He was fair. As long as you didn't take the piss, he was fair with you. You know what I mean? And we had some great laughs there. Do you know what I mean? And like in the end, you know, my missus wanted to move to Runcorn. She was like a little bit like concerned about what was going on in Liverpool at the time and stuff, and she was worrying about the kids, and I was like,
she was a mum.
Yeah.
You're gonna worry, aren't you? And
I was like, do you want to go to Runcorn? Obviously that's where I was from, and I had a decent job, you know what I mean? And,
yeah.
I was going to football. I was going and watching Everton anyway from an early age, from the age of like 10, 11. Like I say, I used to get the bus from Runcorn. The age of 10, 11. Fucking hell. When you think about it now, a 10, 11-year-old getting on a bus in today's society.
Yeah, in today's society, that is exactly it. Like you said, I will walk into school, 6 years old or whatever.
You've got nothing to worry about. There'd be no fucking...
green cross code in my head, crossing road, people weren't
worried. Both ways and all that.
Exactly. So, the football, obviously a big part, watching football. Let's talk about the violence around football.
Yeah. It goes on, doesn't it? You know, it's one of them. Obviously I follow Everton. I've always followed Everton since the early 90s and stuff, and going to football from that age. And
is that painful? You know why I'm asking?
Yeah.
Right, listen.
Yeah, fucking hell, yeah.
You know, people from other countries, viewers or whatever, won't understand. So, obviously, working in Manchester, so you got Man City, Man United. Man United always had the cake and the parties.
They dominated, didn't they?
Man City, you know, were nobodies. There were people who've been lifelong Man City fans who are now buzzing because Man City are up here, Man United aren't doing so good. And in Liverpool, you know, they've had a lot of success. And
Everton, yeah. In the 80s, Everton, you know, they were pretty, you know, they had a good go in the 80s, great manager Howard Kendall and all that. And I was a bit young to, like, obviously go then. After Everton, you know, had a little good go in the 80s and stuff like that. You know, Liverpool have, you know, always been, it fucking kills me to say it, they've always been draped in glory, if I'm honest, and it does kill me to say it. But I've got a lot of good Liverpool mates. Like, I've got a lot of respect for a lot of the Liverpool lads and stuff like that, and vice versa. But going back to what you're saying, it's always gone on, like, you know, the fucking the carry on and not at the football. But going from an early age, you know, you recognise people, and you know, from being like 11 to now 43, you know, I was going. And
you still go now?
I'm banned at the moment. I'm banned.
Is that a life ban?
No, it's not. It's I got a 3-year ban. I'll get to that. I mean,
okay.
I'm not proud of it, but it's better than what could have fucking happened, Sam.
Nick, were you thinking you might be going to prison?
Oh, mate, we bit.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened in my situation, FA Cup game, we fucking got Millwall away. Everton Millwall got fucking history from...
I think everyone's got history with Millwall, haven't they?
Yeah. From the early 70s and whatever, and it's just, it's mad, it's just one of them. But it didn't fucking happen. It wasn't good that TV again wants to put the game at 5:30 on a Saturday tea time. So
explain to people why that is dangerous, right? Because football historically used to be, you know, afternoon kick-off between 2 and 3 o'clock, something like that. So how licensed pubs used to work, you could have a few cans maybe, buy some, But pubs on the whole went, oh no, you might get a quick pint and you're in the game, aren't you?
Yeah. So now, obviously, TV plays a big part. These kick-off times are fucking, could be a lunchtime kick-off, it could be a 2 o'clock kick-off or a half 4 kick-off.
Yep.
You don't see many Saturday games now at 3 o'clock.
Yep.
And it's just money again. That's what's basically, it's fucked football, do you know what I mean? It's just money talk.
So would you ever go to a football game not having a drink?
Me?
Yeah.
I've done it before, like, yeah. But
on the whole, people meet up.
Yeah, I mean, it's that thing again. It's your football, it's your affiliation, it's your team. If you've been doing something from an early age, or your dad, your granddad, your mum, your fucking nan, took you. I remember going, and I was like, oh, it was like, this is me, this is my team, this is. I love this. I wanted to play for Everton. In front of all them people and whatever. But anyway, started going to football, having a drink, you know, and everyone knows everyone. If you've been going to game for years and years, and you know everyone, but as you get older and stuff like that, and I'm home and away, mate. You know what I mean? I've had a season ticket for fucking God knows how many years. I go away. The away days, I'd love you're fucking leaving at 6 in the morning to travel to like the bottom end.
Is it a selfish thing if you've got a family?
Yeah. It can be, but in a way, if that's something that you've always done, I was selfish. I was very fucking selfish.
I'm not saying it from that point. I know what you're going to say about it, something always you've done. Because you get married and you've got a family, it don't mean you can't do things you want to do.
My missus was never one set. Fucking this, that. I put it in that position because I was fucking taking the piss, mate. I was taking the piss big time. Everton, be playing away. We'd leave it like fucking. I'd tell me missus that I'm not going this week, but do something on that. I'd have a ticket in my back pocket. I'd say I've sold it. Then Friday night I go, oh, Dave, John, fucking's got me a ticket, you know, fucking hell, because I didn't want to miss out, Sam. I didn't want to miss out. Not fighting wise, not like going for the fucking.
Did your missus know that you'd be going anyway?
I think she probably did. And in the end, she gave me that fucking what's her name? She'd be like, Tony, you're choosing Everton over us. Are Everton more important to you?
The ultimatum.
Yeah. And I was like, I promise you I'll be back after the game. We could have fucking drew 0-0 with West Ham or something. On a jolly with the other lads.
Listen, it's like rugby, that, mate.
It's that phone call, you're outside on the phone, aren't you? Yeah. I'll be home after this pint.
Yeah.
And the pint must be like a fucking wizard's sleeves, you know what I mean? Because it's you just don't want to, you're missing out, having a jolly with the lads. No fucking, or whatever's fucking gone on or whatever. And I loved all that, you know what I mean? I love being part of something, do you know what I mean, with the lads. Going back to like the scare with fucking being, why I can't go to football now is, I played Millwall. 5:30 kick-off on the early train. Fucking 8 o'clock train, 9 o'clock train I think it was. Just, you know, we get down there. I've got my daughter with me. My daughter comes everywhere.
Really?
She's 17, well she was 17 at the time, our Olivia. I took our Olivia to the game when she was 2. And now she's just fucking, she's Everton mad. I don't know why. I do know why, because my missus gives me.
So when your daughter was 17, you took her to Millwall away?
Yeah. My missus said this to me, and a few of my mates, and I've had a few heated arguments with me. Why did you take her to Millwall? I said, but don't you tell me that I can't take I should be able to take my kids to fucking Millwall. I should be able to take my kids to Wolves or Liverpool or Man United.
Yeah.
Don't you tell me. But then in my head, they were right, because Millwall, got a bit of a reputation and stuff like that, like many other clubs do.
Yeah.
Got to London. Bit of scoff. Get on the train. head towards the stadium. To get off at Surrey Quays. And I'll never forget it. I fucking remember the roar and all that, and I thought, wow, this is fucking real, this. And I remember me, like, speaking to her, and I was like, I'll stay at the back, Olivia stay at the back. And we got up the steps, up the station. As you come up the station, it's Surrey Quays.
Yeah.
It was like...
Right. So people who don't know what this is about, yeah. All I can remember about football, 11, 12, on terraces, Bramall Lane, when you were standing.
Yeah.
And basically it were kicking off, and that's when my uncle stopped taking. But I remember being absolutely terrified.
Yeah. Do you know what? It was. Do you know what, Sam? I've never spoke about this really. I've never really fucking close friends and that. No, my missus knows and all that. And I was angry. I was angry over a situation that had happened, which I'll tell you about. And I had this anger, and I hadn't let it out for about 6 years. And I knew that day there was going to be bother. I just knew. I knew myself. No one had influenced me.
Yep.
I'm my own fucking person, do you know what I mean? I thought, if it goes off here, I've got an opportunity to let this anger out. I'm not a fucking violent person, I'm not a hard knock, I don't portray to be something that I'm not. But I was just that angry because of the situation that we'd been through as a family 6 years before. I just built up inside me, and I'd never let it out. And I thought, if I get clocked, I'll get back up. I was just dead angry, Sam. And when it come on top, believe me, it came on top, mate. It was fucking...
Describe it.
So...
Best you can.
So basically, come up the station, there's a few people mingling about and all that, and the police were there. The police couldn't control it. The police could not. So we're coming up the steps out the station, fucking bottles going, bricks going and all that. And I'm covering her like Olivia.
How many Everton fans were there on that train? Ish.
I don't know, maybe these couple of hundred or something like that. Maybe. You know what I mean? I'm just guessing, but I just remember, and I remember the fella saying to me, Olivia said, Dad, he's got a knife, or he's got a kosh or something. And Olivia was on the outside of the escort, and the escort was like broken, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's obviously the police sign.
Well, police trying to escort you to the ground.
The police lost it, mate. The police shit themselves, because it was fucking...
I've seen plenty of cops get battered, smashed.
And I just went, and he just fought, and I just... Bang, you know what I mean? And that was it. My head went. As soon as I'd done that, my head went. I left my daughter.
Red mist.
She was with a couple of my friends. I just lost it, son. And I fucking... Down the road, they're at the pub. I go in the doorway and fucking trying to have a go. And it's just going off, mate. And I mean, like... Fucking Millwall, you know what I mean? Good few out, like, do you know what I mean? And it was... No one could have... I think someone would have had to fucking physically have fucking sedated me, because I was that angry because of a situation that had been building up inside me. And I think that... And I've never had that at the football. I've gone and watched Everton for fucking 30 odd years, home and away. Not because it was Millwall. It didn't help because it was going off as soon as we come off the station, but... Going off, glasses going. And but when all this is going on, the CCTV, Sam, I didn't give a fuck, mate. My C-shirt, my face was on show, you know, and all that. We're going through the estate, we're trying to get escorted through the estate. They're throwing fucking plant pots, tins of food, off balconies. With bottleneck down an alleyway, it goes off there. It was for 20 minutes. I remember, because, you know, I'll get to, I got nicked and all that, like, not on the day, but, and I remember it. And then serious incident goes on. Someone gets fucking slashed and all that, and we get to the ground. Got a fucking big coggy on my head where it'd been, I don't know, bottled or cracked or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
My adrenaline, Sam, I've never felt adrenaline like it. I was still fucking pumping, like, in the second half. I couldn't calm myself. That I was that. It took, like, so from 20, like...
Was it seated then, or were you standing?
We were seated in the... It's all seated now, innit? Most stadiums are all seated, do you know what I mean? And I fucking... I was just that fucking angry, mate, and I thought, what the fuck's just happened there? I couldn't really... It was just like a... But like I say, it was...
Was it skirmishes? So all the way it's fighting.
Sam, it was fucking... Yeah, you know, it was just mad, mate. It was like, you know, come out the fucking station, bang, it goes there. The pub, it was like, you know, people were in the pub and then they're not coming out the pub, everything. But down on the estate, they're coming all fucking... Anyway, I knew I was gonna get... I knew I was gonna get nicked.
Did you?
And it's not... I'm not proud of it. Anyway, they don't nick you there and then. They let it ride, and I remember going away on the Tuesday night. We played Huddersfield away, and everyone was...
I want to ask about your daughter. What did your daughter say?
My daughter said to me, I just said to her, you know, she wasn't... She said that, you know what I mean? She's been to some games where it's been rowdy and stuff like that, and she wasn't like scared or... And I said this to her. I was like, I was embarrassed, like, but Sam, I was just... When she said Daddy's got whatever he was, I just lost it. And then I'm there, it's Everton, and it's like, that's my... It just come over me, I don't know what it was.
Do you have a limit? As in?
What I could have done, or...
Well, it's like pack mentality, which is the thing, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, yeah. Because Everton, that's my team.
But have you ever been out of control?
No. I think that's probably...
You know, somewhere inside. You know what? You know, I've had fights myself, and never have I thought,
I'm out of control.
You know, I'm going to jump on this guy's head or anything like that.
I was out of control that day. I think that's probably that day. I was
savage.
Not. I like to say fucking yeah, but you know, it was just when I watched the CC, when I got arrested, my picture went in the paper, which was embarrassing.
Local papers.
The fucking no, you know, it was on the news and all that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Wasn't proud at all.
How many people got arrested?
52 of us. I think it was 52. I think some were Millwall, some were Everton.
Yep.
But the local, like I say, when it went on the news, it was what happened. My missus rang me.
Did you pre-warned
No. She messaged me actually, and she said, well, she knew. I'll tell you that now. She'd fucking messaged me and said, ring me now with no kiss on the end. I thought, oh fuck. I thought, what the fuck? I love you, all right. No, I'm not. I pulled over on the M56 motorway. It's just been on the radio. 16 images have been released. Who's number 3? Fuck off. Put the phone down. Then I've gone, looked. Just my head fell off then. Oh shit. Deleted all my social media. As if it don't exist.
Yeah.
Because my head's gone. My head's fell off then.
Yeah, you don't know what to do.
Because I've never been in trouble. I've never been in trouble in my life. A lot of people say to me, that's fucking hard to believe. But I've never been in trouble in my life. So, it's in the paper. I've got every Tom, Dick and Harry ringing me. My phone was ringing as if it was like a hotline, mate. In the end, I wanted to throw my phone in the fucking River Mersey. I wanted rid of it. I just couldn't deal with it.
Blind panic.
WhatsApp, people going, fuck me, laddie. You know, I was like, my head had fell off. And I was just like... And then, like, going back to that, my missus knew. They kept us in after the game. Tried to get back to the station because we were all on the train. They kept us in, we missed the train. They fucking knew what they were doing. To get from Bermondsey to London Euston to get back, they kept us in for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes after the game because of what had gone on before. But trying to get back from there to the fucking, and the train, I just remember the train pulling away. And there's another bit of selfishness from me. My wife's mum died the night before.
Ooh.
Died the night before. And she wasn't very well, Eileen, Lynn's mum, like.
Were you expecting?
We was. But when it happened, Sam, you know, my missus and her sisters and that were going up to the nursing home and the hospital when it happened, you know, they knew she didn't have long and all that. But when it does happen, it's still fucking. Do you know what I mean? You can't prepare yourself.
Oh.
And I remember, and she said to me, "Tony, don't take Olivia to Millwall." She went, "I'm going to sleep today," because she'd been up to the hospital, you know, for days and stuff. And I thought, right, okay, I'm no good to her if she's asleep here. I'm fucking going to Millwall. I'm going to Millwall. It's a big game. And the selfishness again, mate. I was fucking like, where any normal person would be fucking at home, consoling his fucking missus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She knew the scale of it. She'd seen it on the news. It was all over fucking whatever. She's kicking off on the phone, is Olivia okay and all that. And then when I'm telling her I'm not coming home because we've missed the train, which we genuinely did, she's fucking hit the roof then, and I'm like, oh, I can't be doing with this. The day I've had, the antics of fucking that's gone on, I'm battered and bruised. I was black and blue. I was fucking, and then, you know, we stayed over, went home the next day. And when I've got home and I've gone to get in the shower, she's gone to me, what the fuck? I was black, blue, just where the police had just fucking, you know what I mean? I just, you know, and everything else that had come with it. But then again, bringing an embarrassment to my family, you know, because here's me, you know, dad, husband, you know, I'm in the fucking paper for fighting at the football, and everybody knew. And then I was like, oh my God, what do I do here? And then...
You got yourself in?
I fucking did, mate. Do you know what? I spoke to one of the lads from the match. Because I didn't know what the fuck to do. I've never been in that situation before. And so I rang this solicitor. She's like, what's your name? I went, I'm not telling you. She went, well, I can't fucking help you then, can I? And I was like, Tony.
Why do you want to tell him your name?
I don't know. I was just... Sam, I don't know.
What, panic?
Yeah.
How long before you went to a brief and how long before you handed yourself in?
A week. Look, when the pictures went in the paper, I didn't know what to do. So I rang like my mates from the football.
Yeah.
And they were like, just ride it out. Someone was saying ride it out. And I was like, oh fuck. And I obviously what I do, you know what I mean? And I thought, I see people every day, and you know, it's not as if I can lock myself away. And then...
I can't even imagine. It'd just be...
It's that... I've never suffered with like fucking anxiety or anything like that or whatever. When I'm speaking to people who've been, you know, they've been lifted before for this type of stuff and whatever, and you know, when I was like, is my door gonna go in here and all that? Knock at the door and thinking, fuck, that could be the busies, that, you know what I mean? That's the police, obviously, if people don't know what the busies are, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, so I spoke to this solicitor. She said, look, the Metropolitan Police are coming up on Monday. This was like... No, what happened? She rang me. And my phone was connected to my missus's car. And this hands-free comes on. And I couldn't switch it off. Because my missus said, why are you switching that off? Anyway, she's just come out with it. She said, 3 names have been given in. Such and such, such and such, such and such. Do you know them? I just went, nah. I went, has mine been given in? She went, Tony, is your second name Morel? And you live at such and such? And I went, yeah. She went, yeah, yours is one of them. And where I live, Sam, it's dead quick. No one knows where I live. It's fucking like... And then my missus said, someone's fucking blew you up. Someone had got me the number off the picture and rang the police in London and gave them my name. So I must have shit on someone's Christmas dinner or something. I must have, do you know what I mean? Anyway, said, if you don't hand yourself in, they'll come and they'll smash your door in at like 5 o'clock in the morning. My missus went, I'll drive him there now. She could hear him. She went, I'll drive him there now. And then the solicitor was like, listen, it's not till Monday. I was fucking shit myself.
You straight in court?
No. Went to the police station in Liverpool. That's where they were doing the...
Yeah.
I was like, and I didn't know what to expect when I got there, do you know what I mean? I was like, oh no, this is fucking bad news, this, mate. 10 o'clock, go in. Yeah, Anthony Mel, this, that and the other, and all. I was like, yeah. So the solicitor's telling me, do you know this pub here, do you know this? And Sam, I can remember bits and bobs because I was pissed and that as well, do you know what I mean? I was...
Yeah.
Anyway, they've played me the footage, mate. I've never been so fucking embarrassed in my life, mate. I was watching it through my fucking hands. I was wanting to go like that and just switch the thing off. Or get the laptop and fucking throw it in the bin. I was just like, there I am. Black jacket, Machino t-shirt on. Bald fucking head. Running around like a fucking knobhead, mate.
I'm smiling because I can't even imagine it. I don't. It's not a situation you want to find yourself in, is it?
Do you know what? No, but you know, it was one of them. It was either fight or flight. That's what and when he said to me, I can only speak what I done. I can't say what other people.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can only speak about what I've got nicked for. And when you watch it, I was like, what the f... And they had about 6 or 7 clips of me. And I was like, oh my God. They were like, oh, and then they were trying to turn it round, saying like, it was mad. They were trying to turn it around, saying that I was leading the shit. And I wasn't. I'm not a fucking leader. I done what I got involved because it got put on me. But then it was going off around us, and then I was fucking like...
Having it here.
Oh, yeah, and then... I'm Everton, you know what I mean? And then from where it started, where it was with my daughter, I was in the mix, mate, and I just thought, what the f... When I watched it back, I was like... And then the footage and all that, I got the footage, mate, you know what I mean? It's one of them. And
you're condemning.
And I was embarrassed, mate, and then I thought to myself, fuck me, lad, I'm going to lose everything here. I'm going to lose my business. I'm going to lose me fucking... Potentially could lose my family, do you know what I mean? Because I've brought embarrassment to them and that. Anyway, COVID. It happened in 2019. We never got to court, Crown Court in London, till 21. So that's 3, and we were thinking, I'm thinking, we're going to fucking, after 3 years, this case is going to get dropped here, we're going to get a touch here, you know what I mean? Because of the scale of it and what's gone on, someone's been fucking slashed and all that. And knife crime is huge, you know, when so they're going to make examples of us, Sam. I was having sleepless nights, mate.
Yeah, for 3 years. For
3 years, and I mean, me missus, we'd go to bed, I'd be lying there on the pillow, I'd be still awake at 4 o'clock. I'd be getting up to go to the garage at fucking 6:30.
That's probably a very good punishment, that.
Well, they got us to court. Me and another 7 other lads and stuff. And the first time, Sam, the worst thing was, mate, and what I'll say about Everton, the Everton lads, they'd fucking looked after us, you know what I mean? Some lads fucking unemployed.
Yeah.
Some lads haven't got a fucking pot to piss in or whatever. Yeah. Trains, hotels, we were looked after, do you know what I mean? And I'll never forget that. You know, I'll never forget that. What they done for fucking me, mate, I'll never forget that. I fucking get a little bit emotional about it because, like...
That's alright.
It's just fucking...
Did you all chuck your hands in?
I don't know what the other lads did. I don't know if they got nicked or whatever. I don't know.
Did you appear on your own then?
No, all of us. They put us all up together.
Yeah.
Everton. They didn't put us in Millwall at the same time.
Yeah.
Magpie. Didn't put us all up together for obvious reasons and stuff.
Yeah.
So the first time we went, I remember I had to pack a bag. Me and my missus went on the train with my mate Mark and my mate Jordan and their missuses. And we just sat on and I was thinking to myself, what the fuck are we doing to our missus's age? You know what I mean? You're taking a bag, would you? I didn't know what to take. I was taking toilets, I was taking all kinds of shit, and I think I'm going on holiday. Because I've never been to fucking jail before,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A mobile phone. And then I remember the morning, I'd woke up before my missus thinking, and we stayed in this hotel in London, and I was just like up early because my arse had gone. I might not fucking be seen. And a few people were saying to me, listen, like, you're fucked, you know. Your footage, you're fucked, like, and I was like, oh. And that was sending me head west and that, and then I remember writing, like, the phone numbers out my phone, like, my missus, my daughters, my sons, my best mates, my stepmom Jackie's, my brothers, you know, and just sort of like for numbers for fuck. And my missus woke up, what are you doing? I went, well, I can't have a fucking mobile phone. I need to take. She broke down, she was like, I said, Lynn, this, you know what? She went, Tony, fucking this all could have been avoided and all that. And I was like, no, I haven't done it on purpose. And that for me, and we got to court. The fucking judge went, right, come back in 7 weeks. I thought, I've got to do another 7. I thought, is this getting dealt with today or whatever? And he sent us away for 7 weeks. We had to wait another 7 weeks. 7 weeks come. We're all in Southwark, was it Southwark Crown Court or I can't remember which court it was. Fucking Crown Court, mate, it was horrible. I was petrified. They put us in where the jury sits because there wasn't security for the dock, and a judge said, don't think because there's no security guard there, no one's going to jail today. My ass fell out of me. The colour drained from out, like right out me, you know what I mean? And he said, you're watching the footage. I was number 6, but I was on every single one of the fucking footage. I was embarrassed, mate. I was embarrassed. I was thinking, oh my God. He got to mine. The judge has already watched him fucking probably in whatever in circumstances. He's thinking what sentence he's going to give you all passed down and whatever, I don't know. We all got fucked off to go for lunch. We go to this pub, whatever. I couldn't even have a pint or a Coke or food. I couldn't. A few bits of bickering going on between the lads and that, like, listen, fucking this, that and the other. And in the end, you know, our lives were in the hands of this fucking judge.
Yeah.
I went back to court early when I should be like spending could be my last bit of freedom with me missus. I've never been away from my missus in 25 fucking years. You know what, like, you know, holidays and stuff with the lads or whatever, or working away. My arse had gone, mate. Got us up. He swapped us round, the judge, when we went in. And there was one or two lads who I thought done a little bit worse than what I'd done. And he put me with them. He moved us all around when I was sat with on the other side. There was 8 of us and whatever. And I just looked at my wife and I went, I'm sorry. Judge, like, we went up two at a time. Muzzy, my mate, and what's his name's our fella, they went up. I think they done a little bit worse than what we fucking
Is it stressful now talking about it?
Yeah. I mean, I've never spoke to anyone about the court and all. I've never ever spoke to anybody about it. It's the most scariest thing that you can ever fucking think of, because
You've got lots to lose, haven't you, mate?
Oh, mate.
More than
I like my garage and stuff, and I like my events and stuff, and most importantly, my family.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Got 2 granddaughters. Where's your grand? You know, where's granddad? You know, always gone. He's working. You know what I mean? My daughter, my son, my wife. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Anyway, he's passing sentence. And when they got suspended sentences and fucking rehabilitation for drink, drugs, whatever, 3-year ban and order, I thought, wow, what's going on here? We've gone up, I've took my bag, he's got Mr. Morell, put your bag down, you're going nowhere. My legs went to jelly, and nearly fucking collapsed in the fucking, got in the dock, past 150, oh, couple of 100 hours community service, which I've done, and a 3-year ban on order. It kills me not going, but it's a lot better than where I was going.
Got squeezed, didn't you, mate?
Oh, mate, I got a touch. You know, even the Millwall lads got a touch. I'm not going to speak any bad about Millwall, do you know what I mean? I don't want this to come across as like it's fucking. It happened. Shit happened. It did get a bit. What's the name? But like when you're being called grasses and all that, if I fucking didn't grass on no one. I wasn't asking anyone for the name when I was giving them a crack, or they were cracking me, you know what I mean? And it went on for a while, lad, and I just thought, you know what? Like my daughter gets up now and goes to football, and I miss going with it. And even though everything I'm doing very well, it's in me, do you know what I mean?
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Does your missus ever lay that at your feet? You know,
when it's time to go back.
Just like sort of, if you're saying it, hold on a minute, and take your bike there.
Yeah, she's mentioned it to me a few times. She's like,
and you take it on chin.
Yeah, because I've got to. She's fucking right. I don't like telling her she's right, but most women are right. I don't like fucking.
Yeah, your missus definitely wears the trousers, mate.
Do you know what? She's honest. She's real. She says how it is. She doesn't sugarcoat nothing. I know some people don't like that, but that's why I fucking love her, mate. Because she's been there for me. Like to say that. Like she said, there was an elephant in the room for fucking 3 years. You know, I was like, oh, my life's gonna fucking fall to pieces here. Everything I've worked for is gone to fuck now because of my fucking, that, what's the name that I'd done?
You said that was selfishness.
Going to Millwall and Mrs. Yeah. Fucking right it was.
You need to take her out for a meal and buy her some flowers when you've done this.
I will do. Is
that a commitment?
Yeah.
Listen, Tony, I can feel your tension. We're going to take a little break. Do you want to talk about where this anger come from?
Yeah.
So, we'll stop this now, and we'll go with camera 2, yeah?
Yep.
And I'll let you get your composure back. I could feel that.
Yeah.
And being back there, I would imagine that would be your worst nightmare, wouldn't it? Because it is losing your family and everything like that. It's the prison itself.
A lot of people say prison's fucking this, that and the other. I'm going to be honest, I couldn't do jail. I like my freedom, I like doing what I do. And I love, my family and stuff like that, so I don't know,
Italian Tony. That's a good place to finish. All city.